Vietnam, a country known for its breathtaking landscapes and rich culture, is now at the center of global attention for reasons that go beyond its natural beauty and historical significance. This Southeast Asian nation, with its vibrant cities and serene countryside, has always been a land of contrasts, but recently, a series of shocking events have thrust Vietnam into the international spotlight, revealing a side of the country that many were unaware of. From bustling metropolises like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City to the tranquil rural areas, the entire nation is abuzz with news of these incidents. High-profile legal battles have captured the public's imagination, with courtroom dramas unfolding that seem straight out of a movie. These legal confrontations are not just about the individuals involved, but also reflect deeper issues within the society. Adding to the complexity are the cultural clashes experienced by expatriates living in Vietnam. These individuals who come from diverse backgrounds often find themselves navigating a maze of cultural norms and societal expectations. Their stories of adaptation, conflict, and sometimes integration paint a vivid picture of the challenges and opportunities that come with living in a foreign land. These incidents offer a glimpse into the complex realities of this rapidly evolving nation. While Vietnam has enjoyed relative stability and economic growth in recent years, the undercurrents of change are palpable. The bustling markets, the modern cityscapes, and the hard-working individuals in offices all contribute to a dynamic environment where tradition meets modernity. However, these events expose a darker underbelly of corruption, crime, and cultural misunderstanding. The courtroom scenes, the police activities, and the relentless pursuit of truth by journalists highlight the ongoing struggles within the country. These issues are not just isolated incidents but are indicative of broader systemic problems that need to be addressed. Join us as we delve into these captivating stories, uncovering the layers of complexity that define modern Vietnam. Through the eyes of investigative journalists, documentary filmmakers, and everyday citizens, we will explore the multifaceted nature of these events and their far-reaching implications. As we journey through the lives of young people, students, and business professionals, we will gain a deeper understanding of how these shocking events are shaping the future of Vietnam. Their hopes, dreams, and challenges are a testament to the resilience and spirit of the Vietnamese people. Stay with us as we navigate through this intricate tapestry of stories, shedding light on the path ahead for this remarkable nation. The Vietnamese legal system, often shrouded in secrecy, has come under international scrutiny with the case of Truong My Lan. A prominent businesswoman and tycoon, Lan was sentenced to death for her role in a massive bank fraud scheme. This case highlights the stark contrast between the wealthy elite and everyday citizens in Vietnam. While ordinary people struggle to make ends meet, a select few seem to operate above the law, amassing fortunes through questionable means. Lan's case, involving the embezzlement of billions of dollars, has sent shockwaves through Vietnamese society. The scandal has not only highlighted the vulnerabilities within the banking sector, but also exposed the deep-rooted issues of corruption that plague the nation's financial institutions. For years, Lan was able to manipulate the system, exploiting loopholes and leveraging her connections to amass an unimaginable fortune. The public's trust in the banking system has been severely undermined, and many are now questioning the integrity of those in power. The sheer scale of the fraud, estimated to be around $44 billion, has raised serious concerns about corruption within the country's financial institutions. This staggering amount of money, siphoned off over the years, has had a ripple effect on the economy, affecting countless lives. Small businesses have struggled, and ordinary citizens have faced financial hardships as a result. The scandal has prompted calls for stricter regulations and more transparent oversight to prevent such incidents in the future. Many believe that Lan's connections to powerful figures allowed her to operate with impunity for years. These connections, often shrouded in secrecy, have raised questions about the extent of corruption at the highest levels of government and business. The intricate web of relationships and favors has made it difficult for authorities to hold those responsible accountable. Critics argue that without addressing these systemic issues, similar scandals are bound to occur again. Her death sentence, while seen as a victory for justice by some, has also fueled speculation about political motivations and selective prosecution. Some view it as a way for the government to demonstrate its commitment to fighting corruption, while others believe it is a distraction from the deeper issues at play. The case has sparked widespread debate and has become a symbol of the ongoing struggle for transparency and accountability in Vietnam's financial and political systems. The public remains divided, with some calling for more comprehensive reforms to ensure that such a scandal never happens again. In a bizarre twist of fate, Vietnam, a country often associated with communist ideology, became the unlikely destination for an American fugitive seeking to evade justice. This Southeast Asian nation, known for its rich history, vibrant culture, and complex political landscape, has rarely been in the spotlight for such a peculiar reason. Yet, the story of Donna Adelson has thrust it into an unexpected narrative. Donna Adelson, a 75-year-old woman from Florida, was apprehended while attempting to flee to Vietnam with her husband. The couple's journey was abruptly halted at the airport, where authorities acting on a tip-off detained them. The image of an elderly woman being escorted by security personnel is a stark reminder that crime knows no age. They were wanted in connection with the 2014 murder for hire of her former son-in-law. This case, which has gripped the nation for years, involves a web of deceit, betrayal, and cold-blooded planning. The murder for hire plot was allegedly orchestrated by Donna and her family, leading to a tragic end for her former son-in-law, a beloved figure in his community. Adelson's case has brought to light the complexities of international law enforcement and the challenges of extraditing fugitives from countries with no extradition treaties with the United States. The international manhunt for Donna and her husband underscores the intricate dance between nations when it comes to justice. With no formal extradition treaty between Vietnam and the U.S., the legal proceedings are bound to be lengthy and complicated. This case not only highlights the persistence of law enforcement agencies, but also the loopholes that fugitives attempt to exploit. As the world watches, the outcome of this case could set a precedent for future international criminal pursuits. The Adelsons' alleged involvement in a murder-for-hire plot has shocked and intrigued the public on both sides of the Pacific. Donna's son, Charlie Adelson, was recently convicted in the murder plot, adding another layer of intrigue to this already convoluted case. The Adelsons' decision to flee to Vietnam, a country with a vastly different legal system and cultural norms, speaks volumes about their desperation and their belief that they could escape accountability. Despite the lack of an extradition treaty, the Adelsons' attempt to seek refuge in Vietnam proved futile. Their arrest highlights the increasing cooperation between international law enforcement agencies in tracking down fugitives. It also serves as a stark reminder that the long arm of American justice often extends far beyond its borders. While the details of their capture remain unclear, it is evident that the Adelsons' gamble to escape justice backfired spectacularly. Beyond the realm of high-profile legal cases, everyday life in Vietnam presents its own set of cultural quirks and challenges, particularly for expatriates. One such culture shock is the ubiquitous honking of horns in Vietnamese traffic. What might be considered rude or aggressive in other cultures is simply a way of life in Vietnam. The constant cacophony of horns serves as a form of communication, alerting others to one's presence and intentions on the road. For newcomers, the incessant honking can be overwhelming and disconcerting. It represents a fundamental difference in the perception of personal space and social etiquette. In Vietnamese culture, honking is not necessarily meant to be confrontational but rather a practical way to navigate the chaotic streets. However, this cultural norm often clashes with the expectations of foreigners, leading to misunderstandings and frustration. From shocking legal battles to cultural clashes on the streets, these recent events paint a complex and multifaceted picture of Vietnam. While the country continues to experience economic growth and modernization, these incidents expose underlying issues of corruption, crime, and cultural dissonance. As Vietnam grapples with these challenges, it remains to be seen how these events will shape its future. One thing is for sure, Vietnam is a country full of surprises, both positive and negative.